Alright, so today we have a review of the Conrad Liebherr R954C in 1/50th scale. This model is no longer produced. There are some retailers that still have the yellow version. I know they came out with the white version that had a quick coupler and some attachments, but the yellow version is a little harder to find. So overall, let's jump right into the review. So starting off, the cab on the model. It's a fairly simple cab. As you can see in the inside, you do have a nice seat and you do have some controls, but you don't have levers to walk the machine. I believe there are foot pedals. It's a little hard to see. They're just kind of little nubs on the floor. You can see them right there. And then another thing, you do have a metal handrail on the cab, and you do have a gray painted latch on the machine. I know one thing with these Conrad models, some of them, there's a light piece right here, light slash sunrise or visor piece does pop off. I know on my R924, it popped off. I mean, the R924 and R954 share the same cab. Let's get to this side. So you have a nice Liebherr decal right here. And then you have some nice vent details in the casting, and then you have another painted latch right here. You do have a plastic little handrail right here. And then coming to the back, you do have a nice exhaust, but it's not hollowed out. It's just a solid casting. And as you can see on the counterweight, you do have a nice R954 decal, and you do have a nice Liebherr decal. And you got some warning lights. And the engine cover is it's plain, it's kind of simple, but you do have some nice details in the castings, as you can see. And you got all your filler caps and everything. I'm not quite sure what this little clear plastic piece is right here. I've yet to figure that out, but as you can see in here, there's the swing motor. Come to this side of the model. I do believe these handrails are in the casting, because you can kind of barely see through them. So I do believe they are part of the casting and they are metal. And then you have this nice metal handrail. Mine's a little loose, but it's still nice. And then you have a nice Liebherr decal right here. And then you have another painted latch right here. Coming to we'll do the tracks. You have a nice, fairly nicely detailed undercarriage, as you can see. You have the idler in the sprocket. And the tracks on this model are nicely tensioned. And the one thing I do like about Conrad models is it kind of sucks when during shipping because the track will pop off. But if your track pops off, it's very easy to put the track right back on. But they are nice tracks. And you do have a bunch of detail. You'd have some steps to get up to the cab here. And you'd also have some nice roller details. And you just have a bunch of details on the undercarriage. Considering the age of the model, it's fairly nice. But the one thing that kind of is a downfall with all Conrad models, as you can see right here, and I'm not sure if you can see this right here, they assemble their tracks before they paint them, and then they paint them. So it does leave some spots that are unpainted, which is fine by me. But let's get to some of the functionality of the model. So let's zoom out here. So the stick will go out that far, which is very nice, and then it will also come in. The bucket actually kind of restricts it. It will come in that far, and then the bucket will come in that far, and then it will go out that far. You do have some nice, this is one thing I wish they would have done on the R924, that you do have some nice rubber hydraulic hoses that run to your cylinders, which is nice. The only one it doesn't run to is the one up on top. As you can see, there's no hydraulic lines that run to it, but you do have hydraulic lines that run to your boom cylinder and your stick cylinder. And then the range of motion, it goes up that high, and then it will dig down fairly low. We'll dig down to about there. It's a good sized excavator, in my opinion. You got some nice detail on the bucket. As you can see, you have all your wear plating. You have nice, I like the one thing I do like about this model is the bucket. It's nice and large. And it also has a lifting eye on it, that's actually drilled out. So that's nice. But that's just kind of it for this review. If you do have the chance to if you run across one of these and you want to pick it up, I highly would recommend doing it. It's a nice model for its weight class. It's just, I mean, the detail isn't the best with most Conrad models, but the quality is great. I mean, this model, I'm not really sure when it came out, but all the cylinders and everything are still stiff on it, so that's just kind of about it for this review. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Both things will be in the description. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask, or you want to see a review of anything, feel free to ask. But thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video to be uploaded.